Over the last 5 years, I've traveled the world. I've worked with hundreds of guys, essentially helping them get laid. And today I'm going to share 3 interesting lessons that I've learned during that time. I want to share this information with you so that you have a better understanding of how men's dating works, which nowadays is a barren wasteland of men swiping their souls away only to be ghosted by women who resemble the animals you see on BBC documentaries.
It's truly a wondrous sight.
If I'm being honest with you, I believe that the only good fight there is in life is really to try and max out your potential as much as possible, and really, just trying to max out the 3 areas that give you a successful life: sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Come on, baby.
I mean, health, wealth, and love, obviously. Jokes aside, obviously we want to be maxing out all areas of our life, right? And one of these areas is love, which is our relation to the fairer sex. After this video, you'll be one step closer to having many a naked dance with the female species.
And with that, the mating ritual begins.
Let's get into it. Point number 1, which is perception. I had an experience that completely shifted my perspective when it comes to dating. Probably will shift yours as well, because it challenges a very popular belief. I was coaching an American guy in Sarajevo, which is in Bosnia. For those of you who didn't know, to be fair, I didn't know either before I went. Anyways, every single year they have a national film festival and the whole city just explodes. I was with a client and he was a good-looking guy. He was a 6'3" model. Now, he wasn't a self-proclaimed Instagram model. He was a genuine model. We walk around the streets and girls would look at him in absolute awe. Now, can you guess what happened with this guy? Do you think that he got good results or not? I'll tell you in just a moment, but first, we gotta hit a gym session. Now, you'd think that this guy would have it easy with the ladies. Tall, good-looking guy. You're wrong. He got blown out like a cheap paper bag. What I realized was this: you can have Calvin Klein good looks, but if speaking to you feels like you're reading the manual to a toaster, she's gonna be gone quicker than Jamal when he hears his girlfriend is pregnant. What's the biggest difference when it comes to men and women? As guys, we assume that women view us like we view them. Men are shallow. We like the way things look. We're visual. With women, it's more complicated than just surface level looks. It comes down to multiple things. But before we move on, I just want to make this clear. Obviously, looks help. They get your foot in the door. On the other side of the spectrum, if you look like a creature that just crawled out from under the bridge in a fairy tale, it's not ideal. So what's the biggest determinant in terms of how women perceive you? And this is going to blow your mind. Edmund and Sagarin, 2014, found that men who rated themselves as more desirable to women were more confident, persistent, and successful in dating interactions, regardless of how objectively attractive they were. I've seen this happen so many times when I've worked with a guy and he's technically not that good looking, but his self-perception is bulletproof and he absolutely smashes it when it comes to dating. On the other hand, I've worked with guys who are very good looking, but their self-perception is absolute trash and they can't even pull a bloody muscle. Which leads on to point number 2, which is even more important than point number 1, but let's change things up a bit. Imagine this: 2 kids. Exactly the same looks, exactly the same genetics, exactly the same everything. The only difference, 2 different childhoods. Kid 1 goes to school. First day of school, he tells a story. Everyone listens. Throughout his life, he tells more stories. He tells jokes. People laugh. People acknowledge him. And this creates a positive feedback loop. Now we have a different scenario. Kid 2, remember, same genetics, same looks, same everything, different school. He goes to school, tells a story. No one listens. Tells a joke. No one laughs. Someone in the back pipes up, "Hey mate, your joke's fucking shit." He's Australian, obviously. This creates a negative feedback loop that solidifies the fact that he doesn't have a lot of value. Therefore, he doesn't put himself out there, and therefore he doesn't develop his charisma. The majority of us, we still have our social skills that we developed when we were a kid, or lack thereof. Point number 2 is that social skills and charisma are learned skills. You're never born with them, which means that you can become the ultimate social version of yourself if you have the right steps. The reason I told you this story is because a lot of the guys that I work with, they have this mindset that they're stuck, and it's a very limiting belief. Because you can become extremely charismatic if you really want to. You can become the most social person that you know, if you just know how to do it. And finally, the last point, which is probably the most important. But before, let's go to the beach. I have a friend, and he has a disastrous dating history. He started dating a girl who had more red flags than a Chinese communist rally. But he didn't see it And we'll talk about why he didn't see it in just a moment. Anyways, he was dating this girl. Everything seemed to be going absolutely perfectly until it didn't. Long story short, she ended up cheating on him. And the relationship went down quicker than a black eye in a horror film. And he was on to the next. Same thing, next girl wasn't Chinese Communist rally level, she was there and thereabouts. And the exact same thing happened. Now who is to blame? The girl or the guy? I've seen this happen countless times with clients that I've worked with. They attract the same girl over and over again. It's got nothing to do with the girl. And the reason for this is that the women that you attract in life are a reflection of you. They reflect back to you exactly what you are. If you keep attracting a certain type of girl, they're just reflecting back to you the reality that you're living. You've got to do the work before the next girl that you date turns your relationship into a Netflix documentary. Otherwise, we keep on repeating the same mistakes. It's got nothing to do with her, everything to do with you. On that note, creating a network of individuals, and the reason for this is because every single guy should be on his path in life, trying to max out his potential. He should be trying to get in as good a shape as possible. He should be trying to make as much money as possible, and he should be trying to at least date the girl or the type of girls that he wants to be dating. And when you're on this journey, it can be quite lonely. The further along this journey you get, the lonelier it gets, because you can't find like-minded individuals. And the reason that I'm creating this network is to obviously combine like-minded individuals so that you can obviously network with them, but also learn from people who are far more ahead in the fields that you want to develop in. There are already some high-level individuals in this network. If you want to apply to become a part of it, there'll be a link that you can use to apply in the description. Go and fill in your details. You and I will be in contact, and I'll see if you are the correct fit or not. And as always, see you in the next video.